I am just really hoping that it sprays all over you.
My name is Tom, and I'm today's host. As we try 4 different beers.
And we're his bad peers.
Welcome to Bad Beer, the show where we go on a beer tasting adventure and you get to go with us. My name is Tom and I'm today's host as we try 4 different beers. Each beer we try today is a Pilsner style beer. We like to compare beers of the same style for fairness. We'll be giving our opinions on flavor, mouthfeel, head, and aftertaste, and rating the beers on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being absolute dog water, and 10 being nectar from heaven. Feel free to agree or disagree with us in the comments below. Beer number 1, LaBatt Blue Canadian Pilsner.
Here it comes. This is the happy train, because you labeled the other one the sad train, train of sadness.
Because it's going that way.
This is the happy
So this is
train.
the happy side. So it's happy when it's coming, sad when it's going away.
And a Pilsner should be between 38 and 45 degrees for optimal tasting.
Can't even drink it. It's so full.
Smells, that smells like my grandpa's beer.
Yeah.
When I would go to Grandpa's house, either he just drank it and I'd smell his breath or smell his beer as it was sitting there.
He spent time in Canada. This is the beer of the North Country.
I think it's pretty good flavor. It doesn't taste anything like a lager or any. I mean, it's completely unique in the flavor.
It seems a little sweet to me. Like there's a little sweetness to it that, especially at the end.
It's very simple. It reminds me of very simple. It's clean.
Kind of like a piece of white bread.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe
It's
it.
almost yeasty.
A very low hop aftertaste. Low hop.
Mm-hmm. There's no bitterness. It's just a
Yeah.
very clean, simple.
In the fish camp in the Great North Woods, you'd have some of that. Especially if you're in Canada fishing, it would be available.
I could see that with some deep fried walleye
Ooh,
and
Bluegill.
yeah.
French fries.
No, is it chips or French fries in Canada? They call them Canadian fries.
Oh.
I don't know. My Canadian friends haven't told me that one.
Canadian people, can you let us know? Do you say French fries? Freedom fries? Chips? What do you call your fried potatoes? Eh? We'll see, eh?
All right.
What's the name of the Canadian dish? It's not
Poutine.
poutine. I think this would go good with poutine.
What's in that?
Yeah.
Gravy and sausages and
cheese curds.
everything you can think of.
I feel like I need a bolt action 30-06 to go with this. I feel like I need some really warm boots
And bug spray.
and blue jeans. No, I'm thinking more wintertime. I'm thinking more wintertime.
Hunting season.
This doesn't stand up to hunting season to me. It's a little too light work for that.
Light work? Oh. See, I thought this was like hunting water.
Yeah, maybe hunting water.
Hunting water?
So we're gonna rate this beer. Why don't we start with this guy down here?
Me?
Yeah.
Played.
Had some good memories attached to that one. But as far as beers I want to drink, we'll put it in a solid 5 category. Middle of the road, ho ho.
I kind of like that too. There is some refreshment to it. I like some hoppiness, and I also can do some beers that are pretty low hop, and that one's low hop. I'm probably at a low hop number of 6.2.
This is a beer that I would not buy for my ice chest, but I would see myself opening it up and being like, and drinking it, and then probably not switching to the next one. Converted numerically, that's converted to 5.73. That's if I accidentally got one, I wouldn't switch it.
Depending on the price, where this comes in at, I would probably buy this. This kind of hit the spot for me as far as refreshing and easy to drink, but I don't know the price, so I kind of have to see where it falls there. I would give this a 6.3.
Tell us about a Pilsner. What is it?
Pilsner is a type of a pale lager, first invented in 1842 by the Pilsner Yuengling brewery in the Bohemian city of Pilsen.
And that's in the Czech Republic nowadays.
Yes.
Bohemia.
Yep.
Cool. This is beer number 2, Yuengling Pilsner. Golden Pilsner.
Golden
Thank you.
Pilsner.
It is rather golden. Look at
Yes.
that. That's pretty.
Oops, sorry.
There goes my head.
Wow. There's seconds there where there's no fizzy at all.
Extremely clear.
Similar smell to the LaBatt.
LaBatt.
Yeah.
LaBatt Boo.
Oh, this
Boo?
has a little
Blue?
more.
Blue. LaBatt Blue. This
Similar, but
is
slightly less fragrant.
Yuengling.
Really? I'd say it's less sweet. It's
Indeed.
not as sweet, so I think there's more other coming through. I'm not sure it's more flavor. I think it's
There's
just maybe
more
a little-
bitterness.
I'm
Yeah,
getting a bit of an aftertaste of hop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
picking up on. The other one had none almost.
Reminds me of mead. The color does.
Once again, the head was just gone, non-existent. Could be the guy pouring it. I don't know. If I was to compare this with the last Yuengling that we sampled, this one wins. The
Oh,
bar was set oh so very low.
yeah. This is it's nice and clean, but it does have a little more bitterness. There's no soapy or anything. I would want this with meat, like a red steak.
The other one was fish, fried fish. This one is with red meat.
Yeah, medium rare steak. Yep.
To me, this is a pizza beer.
Interesting.
It's a little bit like a soda pop of beers to me.
Drop some green olives in here, float them around.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pair that real salty with maybe anchovies.
You guys are making me hungry.
No,
All right. Shall we rate this beer, Josiah?
I believe I gave the other one a solid 6.3. They're very similar in as far as my enjoyment of both of them. So I'm going to give this one a 6.5, I would say.
So I'd be interested to see how this pairs with different things. I think I'm going to say I like this a little bit better. So I'm going to go with a 5.82. I would actually reach for this one potentially.
All right. I'm at a 6.5 on this one. I kind of enjoy this a little more than the first. Where you at?
I'm going to be my own man once again. I usually do. I think this one's maybe a step back from the LaBatt. So I'm going to give this a 4.8.
All right, Train of Tears. Choo choo.
Sadness, crying.
Let's take a moment to appreciate this week's beer companion. This is broiled grapefruit. It's a half of a grapefruit with brown sugar broiled till the sugar turns crispy on top. This is a first for me, grapefruit with beer, but I'm kind of anxious to try it.
No.
What do you guys think? Texas grapefruit.
Voila.
Yeehaw! Hey, that's pretty good.
I'm not getting a lot of sugar.
Wonder how that would be with a porter in the morning for breakfast.
I'm going to try it.
Ooh la la.
This makes me wonder if, say you had, just a beer that wasn't ideal, it wasn't great, didn't have enough, and you wanted something a little more, just like we do with lime for a lot of beers.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if this would work. Like literally,
I know.
I kind of want to.
But we'll never know because we haven't seen it.
There's a little bit of beer we just had.
There's some in one of those.
Let's
Squeeze
grab
it
that
into a
right there.
bottle.
We'll squeeze it.
Wow.
What do you get, a spoonful?
Yeah.
Whoa.
All right.
It totally changes it.
All right. I'm just gonna pour
Completely
it in.
different.
I was thinking.
That is wild.
I I was thinking you'd squeeze it in.
No, take a chunk.
That's pretty good. Yeah, the comparison to a lime squeezed in a Corona. What a
That
deal.
really surprised me. I was not expecting much from a pairing.
If you want to make them yourself, check out the link below. We're moving on to beer number 3, Grolsch Pilsner.
I am just really hoping that it sprays all over you.
Grolsch. Is that the right way to say it?
Grolsch
Does anybody know?
Pilsner.
I don't know.
Pilsner.
I don't know. But I like the bottom.
Immediately, the head is more substantial. It still seems light, but it's lasting. Like melted gold.
Still very clear, but more noticeably more carbonation.
It's a little like when you're real dehydrated and you take a pee.
It's more like apple cider. Something delicious.
It's white bread again. Maybe almost Hawaiian bread. It's
Yeah. It's got quite a bit more aroma than the last two.
and more depth of flavor.
It was,
There's a creaminess that's good mouthfeel to it. Also smooth. Not a lot of hop in the aftertaste.
It's simple. I mean, it's not very complex, but it's a Pilsner, so I don't think it's supposed to be.
This does the simple better. Pilsners are supposed to be simple, but they're not easy.
It's really easy to drink.
Yeah.
It just goes
Yep.
down.
Very good. All right, Josiah. Time for rating.
I want to rate this one high. This has been my favorite so far. I like the bottle. I like the flavor. I liked the mouthfeel, the head, everything was my favorite of the night so far. I'm going to rate this a 7.4.
I really went on a roller coaster with this. I was excited about the bottle. Then I felt a little bit afraid for my life when you pointed it at me. And then I tasted the milky goodness, and I was very impressed. I did not know you could have a beer taste that simple and be that good. I'm going to go with 8.2.
Whoa.
It's a different feeling, but I will absolutely see myself feeling like this and going to the store and buying it.
I'm at 7.1. I like that beer. I like the hint of that sweetness, the creaminess also.
This is the best one of the night so far. I really appreciated the pop toward Joel. I reacted myself. So I'm going to give that a 7.31. Train of sadness.
Train of tears. Beer number 4, Warsteiner Pilsner.
Much lighter in color. There's very few bubbles coming up too. It all went to the head and stayed there.
That's nice. That's nice.
What does that smell?
Very clear.
It's completely different than the other ones.
It's amazing. Every time they're different.
Yeah.
This has a very different aftertaste.
This isn't as light. This feels heavier than the other ones.
It does.
It's more substantial, thicker almost.
Yeah.
Keeps that head pretty well on there.
Whatever that is around the tongue, like there's more happening in my mouth.
Stays in your palate longer.
Yeah.
Also a good one in its own way. This surprised me because of the color. I thought this was going to be a light, much lighter flavor.
Same thing.
Maybe our most flavorful of the night, complexity wise.
Possibly.
I think so.
I think it's second to Grolsch for flavor. I think this has mostly 2 notes. One right away and then one in the aftertaste. I think it's the sourness around the sides of your tongue you're feeling. It's not necessarily like sour.
That's what lingers in your mouth for so long.
The aftertaste is not an aftertaste of hops.
It doesn't go hop heavy in your mouth.
Right.
You can taste them,
They're
but
good blend.
yes, it's very balanced.
They're not the super bitter hops.
Right. And yeah, it doesn't taste young and green. It tastes mature.
All right, Jamin. Time to rate number 4, Warsteiner.
It just gives me an image of a great big huge keg, like the 400 or 500 gallon kegs, and you're going down to just get a little refresher on a hot summer day, and you're retreated to the cellar because it's cooler, and you're nabbing a little nip.
So this is your secret beer.
This is a secret, all alone beer by myself.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna give that a 7.1.
Okay.
Wow.
I think my last beer was a 7.1. I'm actually putting this at 7.0.
So Jamie, this is your secret beer. This reminds me of when I've listened to stories about German pubs, people in there and loud, and you're just getting obscene amounts of food and just eating and drinking.
Like an accordion playing?
Maybe. I feel like they renovated it recently, and so it's 100-year-old table that has had hot food and stuff set on it for decades. I really like that. Last one I was at 8.2. I'm gonna bring this just under at 8.04.
If this was at a bar or a restaurant that I was at, I'd order it for sure, depending on the type of food, maybe with some Italian sausage or something like that. I think I liked the last one a little bit more, so I'm going to go 7.2.
All right. It's now time for the final tally. Here is your bad beer of the week. Grolsch from Holland. The tasters have spoken.
I'm not surprised.
Indeed.
Yep.
And now, sadly, we must give the bad beer award for mediocrity. And remember, this is not an overall reflection of the beer, but it's our opinion on it and in the context of the beer we're comparing it to. So that beer, by only less than a half of a point,
0.39.
0.39, was LaBatt Blue. Actually, one of our tasters, that was rated pretty high with them too. So if you enjoyed this week's episode, please give us a like and subscribe below. And we have links to more information on all the beers we tried today, so feel free to check them out for yourself. And to close, we bring you this week's beer fact.
Beer fact.
Today's brewing culture is dominated by men, but in ancient Egypt, women were the keepers of the brew, doing the majority of the beer brewing. Tom, I'd like you to talk to your daughter about that. See if she can start brewing us some beer. I would appreciate that. I can come home to some fresh made beer.
Don't forget, drink responsibly and with friends. It's much more fun that way.